a big actor in this country and somebody told me he has a great voice. I said, ask him to use it. Is a job, is education, is health important or religion important? Dissent should have its place. But in this country today, they are criminalizing. It's very sad that elected government has turned into a regime. It's not about Sonam Wangchuk or Umar Khalid. It's about telling others that if you defend, if you raise your voice, you'll have the similar. We need to evolve. We can't go back.
An actor who never plays safe, on screen or off. A voice that questions and makes society reflect. But above that, an actor who is a truth teller. Prakash Raj, thank you for speaking to Brut.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Quickly, first I want to ask you, do you think actors and artists fear power today?
Most of them, I think, are opportunists. It's more in fear. Here I see when big names who have not come up only because of a talent, because they've come with a people's acceptance and the trust on them. And now when they have to use their voice, use their stage, use their power to make this world beautiful, their silence is either fear. Few of them do call me because they're afraid, because they're not strong enough to take the backlash. But most of them don't even realize that they're saying that.
See, you made a very important point that they've not become famous or have reached the pinnacle without the love of the people and the acceptance from the people. But today, even that is a bit divided, right? And fractured. When we speak of people and the republic, there are very strong ideologies at play. What should an artist do at this point in time? Do you think it's an artist's job to...
Artist should be the conscience of the society. When an artist fails, a society fails. If I can quote from a Palestinian poet, he said, why do you write politics in your poetry? And he says, if you don't want politics in my poetry, so write my poetry. And if you don't want politics in my poetry, I need to listen to the birds. And in order to listen to the birds, the sound of the warplanes of play silence. As long it is there, it will come in my poetry. And that is so important. That is so important. Art should, lay bare the nuances. And that's it. And as we're talking about these popular people, or again a question, are they rich within? Or have we alleged because they are popular because of certain events? So why are we depending on the MP? We wish. There was a big actor in this country and somebody told me he has a great voice. I said, ask him to use it. Isn't it? So it is a collective responsibility of artists that they stand up and they document, they mirror what is happening.
And what does it mean to be rich within?
Rich within is to be sensitive enough, to be human enough. They say, popular philosopher says that if you want to understand the repercussions of fascism, read. And if you want to know what racism does, travel. How much do you read? How much do you travel? How much do we understand? Isn't it? It's so important. Now history has been, they're trying to, where don't we read history? Like Rohila Thapar was saying, when you read history, find the sources whether they're right or wrong. Then try to understand how it was done and why it was done. Then you learn lessons. We need to evolve. We can't go back. We can't keep making the same mistakes.
There are a lot of young people who are watching you on Brut. If you had to recommend a couple of books to understand today's times, what would they be?
I wouldn't. It is listen to people who are talking. What is Umar Khalid talking? What is Sonam Wangchuk talking? What is Prakash Raj talking? What are they? Are they from political party? No. What are they trying to stop? And please try to understand what's happening around you. Is a job, is education, is health important or religion important? What is the agenda of these people? Now, why there is a hue and cry? So I think youngsters are seeing what is happening. And I think youngsters are realizing now. But before it is late that they have to. And I have great hope with the younger generation. When I come to Kerala, for the amount of youngsters I see, the way for a literary festival, thousands of them come. And whenever I talk or whenever anybody talks, they are people. They are listening to a lot of people. They are listening to a lot of Nobel laureates, actors, historians. And they are well-read people.
Just start listening.
When the cameras are off and the noise fades, who is Prakash Raj?
Listen.
The same.
Listen.
At this point in your career, let me put it this way, what is more important to you, to be relevant or to be truthful?
To be truthful and relevant. If you're being truthful is you will become relevant. Being truthful is being relevant. When you want to be relevant, then you see, but you have to be truthful, you have to be honest. And that's more. Actor is a profession. It's me beyond that. There's a person, there's a citizen, there's a fellow human being. And I need to reach out and understand and listen to the cries of the fellow human beings. And if, because it is possible for me, because of the gifts and of art or talent and the power and love they have given or the stage they have put me on to, it's very important for me to find meaning in my life by being truthful and relevant. Relevance is that I speak up. I'm not silent. And that's my day.
In today's climate, do you think dissent has a space?
Dissent should have its place. Dissent is what makes us move, what makes people accountable. But in this country today, they are criminalizing, and that's worry. But more they criminalize, the stronger voices will be born, and that's what we see. People like me talking down. It's very sad that government, elected government, has turned into a regime, and which doesn't want to answer. Because they don't have answers, they're trying to criminalize dissent. If you see the case of Sonam Wangchuk or Umar Khalid, these are two important cases today. You see, it is not anything, it's not about Sonam Wangchuk or Umar Khalid. It's about telling others that if you defend, if you raise your voice, you will have the similar.
You met Sunita Williams. What was the experience like? What was the conversation like?
More than a conversation, it was wonderful to see her. And then I want to know what does she think of the. And she said that one thing I loved what she said was that when I see from the top, it's everybody. It's animals, it's plants, it's people. Why are we arguing? Why are we not together? Like one is as important as the other. I like it. But definitely she would not have spent too much of time among the dispenses which are happening here. But then as a child, as a person who was focused on technology, and what says that whenever somebody reaches there, they come to with soup and say, yeah, it's humanity, it's all of us together.
All of us are one and it's humanity. Prakash Raj, thank you so much for talking to Brut.